Mr. Sunak, are you a fiscal illusionist?
Well, why don't you define what you mean?
Well, we have a tax burden rising to the highest level since the 1940s, the worst fall in living standards since the 1950s, public sector net debt reaching the highest level since the 60s, and real earnings growth facing the largest one-year drop since the 1970s. But you gave absolutely nothing for most people, particularly the most vulnerable, in your spring statement. No other country in the G7 or the wider G20 is increasing people's personal income tax at a time when prices are rising. In your statement, you pledged to cut income tax tomorrow, whilst raising national insurance today, widening the gap between the taxation of earned and unearned income, and the net result, according to the IFS and the Resolution Foundation, is that everyone earning below £34,000 a year will be worse off. Why did you prioritise your ambition to have a reputation as a tax cutter over helping people really worried about heating their homes or feeding their kids?
As well.
I think people are stupid.
No, I think people will see that.
I think people aren't going to see through this.
No, I think what people will see last week is that we cut fuel duty, which will help save them money when they're filling up their cars, that we created a tax cut for 30 million people worth £330 a year, which will really help, and that we continue to be committed to carrying on cutting their taxes over time, and that's the priority of the government.
He is lying.